update on Nube. So this was her when we picked her up. You see her body condition there. And then I took photos to get her registered with NAMAR, the North American Mustang Registry. And then you can see here her belly's looking a little bigger and she looks pregnant. And I kept telling Isidro she looks pregnant. And so we ended up going ahead and, because she just started to look so pregnant and we thought she was only a yearling. So we did take her to the vet, and she's just so small for the vet to even like do a palpation. So he just drew blood on her to check progesterone levels. And sure enough, her progesterone levels, well, the vet said she looks pregnant too. And her progesterone levels are enough for late gestation pregnancy, so, or just like rather the second half of gestation. They're consistent with that. So like she's like 99%, we were positive she's pregnant. You can see her belly here. And so she's actually a 2-year-old. So, which is young, but that's not unusual in the wild that they get pregnant that young. So she should not have a problem delivering. But that faced us with a problem that we needed to get her to Finland now, so they didn't have to pay to import 2 horses because they do want the baby, because she was adopted by the people in Finland that adopted Luna, my 2017 Makeover Mustang. Great people, really cool. I will put their link below for their Insta and their Facebook, so you guys can follow Nube's journey in Finland. So here she is. Isidro was working with her. We didn't want to do a whole lot of work because she is obviously, super pregnant looking. So it was just a lot of gentling, easy work, a little basic lunging. We're just taking this video for her owner to show kind of what she had learned so far. That's a really kind of a sweet, easygoing personality, even though she is wild. And we're just, showing like she lunges a little bit. You can desensitize her, pick up her feet. She leads, she loads great. And then because she has to go to Finland now, as opposed to we were planning on sending her in the spring, because their winters are really severe. And she's from southern Arizona. So like she's never even seen snow before, right? So she did manage to get a bit of a winter coat, as you can tell here, compared to when she first, was. And we did get her registered with that North American Mustang registry because she was eligible. She's titled by the reservation as a Mustang. And so that just helps them import her as well if she's registered. And any of these Spanish Mustangs are eligible for registry with them. And you can see she's just kind of, she's a pretty little trot. We didn't do more than that. Little bit of work just because of, that massive belly that she has. Super excited to see what kind of baby she has. But, seriously, like hit follow on their Instagram and their Facebook, because I'm sure they'll post baby pictures. And they're really good about posting updates and things like that. And she kind of got a little playful there. And you can see Luna. Luna was their very first Mustang that they actually got from us, Mustang that I trained. And so follow her journey. She's doing some cool stuff in Finland. Really neat people. So I will put the link below. So make sure you guys click and follow them so you can see updates on this sweet little filly, because she was such a joy and pleasure to train. She's super sweet, super smart. Super willing, pretty chill about most things. And if you don't remember her, you can click on the Spanish Mustang video and see her at the beginning of her journey. She did need to get a trim, so Isidro's just teaching her how to be trimmed here.
Yeah, I just brushed her.
This is her first trim ever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she did really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was more just kind of learning how to balance her feet and stuff and being
Sunday.
held in these weird positions. You can see she's not like, freaking out. She's just trying to figure out how to balance with her foot up like that in between his leg. And he's real patient with them, gives them really good experience. Of course, I didn't video the whole thing because it's long, but he, did all 4 feet. She got a nice little trim. So good with the rasping too. End up with a nice, pretty sunny day. And she ties so good too. She's learned that super fast. And so here's with the vet. The vet's like an hour away, so we have to haul them to the vet because she needed to get a health certificate and her Coggins pulled and that blood test pulled for her progesterone level. And she acted like these Salt River horses have never had vaccinations. They've never had blood drawn. They've never been dewormed, nothing. So, look at her. She was so good. And it's in the middle of a town. And then I'm just showing here, how, this was maybe the week before she left. She left like the beginning of December. And, showing just how easy it is to halter her. I can halter her really easy. She's a little shy of strangers still, which is understandable. Because she really is pretty fresh from wild. They just run wild there. They don't keep them in corrals like the BLM does. So the guy that manages them does bring them in for a short period of time before we can start training them, so they get to know what a pen is like. It was really cold. And then just showing, like, she ended up really loving to be groomed. I'm currying her here. You see her little leg is hiked up, and you can walk behind her, and she could care less. She's never been a kicker. That's just nothing that she's ever done. Never wanted to strike. Her reaction when she's scared, she just kind of wants to move away from things. So she was a lot of fun. And we string tested her, and she's going to make it like, she's going to be over 14 hands by the time she's done growing, because she's only 2. And here I'm just brushing her with a brush, and I did a lot of that kind of stuff, just gentle stuff so that she just get more relaxed with people. You can see she's like super relaxed. She could care less. I ended up having to get a bucket of hot water and I washed her tail because it was so cold. But I got that. And there's another horse messing with my camera, but you can see she could, brushing her tail. She was really good. So like I was saying, she has to go to Finland, and it's really cold there right now, and she's from southern Arizona, so she's not used to that at all. So they wanted us to teach her how to wear a blanket. And so this is the very first time she's ever worn a blanket that a sitter was working with her here. And this is just kind of how she meets everything. She's just like super sweet about it. She was like, oh, okay, if you say it's okay, then I'm cool. And and this is a really noisy blanket. I don't know why it's so noisy, but it's a really noisy blanket. And it just fits her really good. My mom had gotten some of these blankets on like clearance last year, and it didn't fit anybody that we had, but it must have been made for her because it fit her great. And so it was so cold when the hauler came to pick her up that we went ahead and just sent her with this blanket. So hopefully they can use it in Finland. They'll keep her indoors and they'll keep her blanketed to help her get through this winter. But how the trip works is they had a hauler come pick her up and take her to Houston. She gets quarantined in Houston, outside of Houston, and then Houston is where they fly out of. So they get quarantined, and then she was to fly out, I believe today. It's December 21st today, and she's supposed to fly out today after her quarantine. And then it takes a little while that they have to haul them up to Finland, so she'll be there next week. So I'm sure they will post about it. So just, like I said, follow them in the links below. And she got a little nervous with it kind of making noise and touching her, and she got over it. Super, super nice mare. So you can see how quickly she just gets over stuff. She's going to be so fun to train. And the hauler showed up, and we brought her out and threw a blanket on her again because he's got kind of an open stock trailer, which I really like, except he's going through like the northern part of New Mexico, which is super chilly. So we just wanted to give her a little bit of extra protection and just sent her with her blanket. And we sent her with her custom-made halter made by Jacqueline Elise Horsemanship. We'll send a link below for them. We love her custom halters. She made one just for Nube's pretty little head. And look at how nice she loaded in that trailer. She'd never been in a trailer like that before. And she just jumped right up in there.
Yeah, she ties.
This guy had a great setup, just, you know, 2 compartments like that.
Yeah, she's
Well,
had
if you're going to haul
alfalfa
horses,
and
you know, long, this is great. These little box stalls.
It's her favorite.
So we're super excited to keep following her journey, and we hope that you guys do as well.
She's been home quite a bit already.